Hi, this is Ranadi Madhu. I've come up with another video. This time the video is on a topic which actually very few people perhaps have thought of is subscription model on clothes. Now, what do you mean by subscription model on clothes? And basically, what do you mean by subscription model? It's basically a business strategy wherein through recurring payment, meaning monthly or daily or probably yearly payment, you tend to avail the service of that product or semi product. So this is all about subscription model. For example, instead of buying a cinema online, you basically buy a OTT platform on a monthly basis or a yearly basis, and based on that you can watch desired movies on that platform. Be that platform in OTT would be Hotstar, Netflix, or so on and so forth. Now in 2026, everything nowadays, every small or tiny business is basically targeting towards subscription model based, meaning nobody wants to buy a thing or an object or a service permanently. They just want to use the service of that product on a regular basis, because there are so many hidden costs or charges lying for that permanent product or service, and for that you have to shell out hefty amount on regular basis, just be purely on maintenance. And because of which everybody is trying to go for subscription model. That subscription model could be on car, that subscription model could be on film, cinema, that subscription model could be on milk. Nowadays subscription model on milk, instead of buying milk on regular basis, you basically buy a monthly or yearly subscription model on milk, and based on that they will give milk, and if something goes wrong they will replace it. Like uh, the Horingata milk used to be given in earlier days in 80s. Similarly, the same subscription model is being nowadays in 2026 is being given a choice to Aam Aadmi like us. Subscription for newspaper, online or offline, happening for ages. My topic is introduction of subscription model on clothes. When a baby borns in hospital, we wrap around that baby with cloth, towel primarily, and from that day zero we know the kind of clothes that baby is going to wear for next 60-70 years. And when we know that, a mom does know that, a father does know that, then why the businessman, why the clothes industry, the textile industry does not know about that? Why they are not introducing the same business to the parents right at the inception of a childbirth? Meaning, initial entire clothes of that particular baby for 1 year can be taken care by textile industry. It will reduce the cost. Whatever change is happening over the years in clothes preference for that particular baby, from babyhood to adulthood to old age, every preference can be taken care by textile industry. And for that they can, and obviously the biggest factor which actually should enforce the textile industry to go for this subscription model for clothes is that recyclability. The recyclability is the biggest issue, and this issue has not been taken into consideration by textile industry for ages. We simply throw away our old clothes on street, sometimes give to beggars, or sometimes keep our clothes on the wall. let the street people take away those clothes, or sometimes we just burn it, we just use it as a rag. So the recyclability of those clothes are not given a proper end of, and that link is missing for past 30-40 years. And probably the textile industry in this regard is the biggest culprit for last 40 years. They should be put under the bar for 40 years. There is no recyclability linkage between house till industry. Clothes are being just simply thrown away out of our home on street like a garbage. If we can able to link that old clothes with the textile industry, probably the material cost can be reduced to zero, and probably the subscription model on clothes would able to address this issue firmly. For 40 years we are not addressing this issue. There happened a newer business erupted all of a sudden, which we called selling rag clothes to lower middle class people. You have seen many a times on street, on footpath, there will be clothes hawker selling clothes with mere 100 rupees. Have you ever understood why those clothes are so cheap in nature? Because those are old clothes giving a newer shape with the help of some minor changes. What I am telling is, the producer should take care of its own clothes produced from factory till house, and finally from house till factory. There should be a complete cycle from production, usage, and then recycle. These three steps should be completely taken care by textile industry only. And for that I believe the subscription model on clothes will able to ensure this entire cyclability in a perfect way. So whatever it may be, so what I was just telling, that when a baby is taking a birth in hospital, right from day zero we can take care of its clothes, giving a baby a subscription model of his or her clothes for next 70 years. And since the entire clothes preference dumping and then once again reselection of clothes based on age, this entire cycle of that baby, that adult and youth, and perhaps the old, he or she able to make a choice which will be cheapest in nature, because the recyclability issues will be taken care of, which is actually taking care of the raw material cost of the clothes. Have you ever understood, if our raw material of the clothes reduces, raw material cost of the clothes reduces to zero, the newer clothes which will be delivered to us will also be reaching to zero cost. Nobody has ever thought of. There are so many textile industry renowned. Raymond is there, Bardhaman Textiles, all these renowned textile industries are there, but they have never thought of utilizing the old clothes material for producing a newer clothes. Recycle those old clothes directly, taking those clothes directly from the house, making a subscription model, a model just by paying a minimum amount on monthly or festivally, meaning during festival you pay a subscription amount, wait for next festival time, pay that subscription amount, and based on that you avail the clothes coming in those times. Maybe Durga Puja is our festival time. Maybe Kali Puja is our festival time. So pay the subscription amount on Durga Puja time and use the latest technologically advanced clothes on that current time. Pay that subscription amount in Kali Puja and use the latest advanced technologically advanced clothes or fashionably advanced clothes on that particular festive season. At the same time, give your old clothes directly to the textile industry. If you are buying a clothes from renowned company, probably in clothes, if you are Lee, for men t-shirt, Lee copper t-shirt or Lee jeans, or so many branded jeans are the Buffalo jeans. These are the branded clothes maker. If you buy the clothes from these brands, they should ensure that those clothes also get recycled from your site till its plant location, which is not happening. And we can introduce a subscription model with the help of retail clothes seller. Maybe Smart Bazaar is there, Spencer is there, Titan I think is there, so many other renowned, Pantaloons is there. So with this retail store, we can ensure recyclability of old clothes and thereby reduce the raw material cost of that particular latest clothes, and that way the subscription amount which will be required to keep this thing happening will be at a very minimum level. So everybody, a middle class family people like me, would able to use latest trendy clothes at a minimal cost. All he or she needs to pay a minimal subscription amount on monthly or festival. It's a very simple thing I'm talking about, and this thing has not happened for past 40 years, and it's a shame from textile industry. I'm from mechanical engineering. Probably if I have done my textile engineering, I would have given this kind of thought process in those days. I have completed my engineering in 2009, around 17 years back. And probably if I have given a choice to do textile engineering in those days, probably I would have given this kind of idea in those days. 17 years backdated idea I'm sharing with you all people. And probably I am MBA. So probably my friends who are in the textile industry, they can take initiative in this direction and try to introduce a subscription model on clothes such that the life of Aam Aadmi in clothes preference during festival or during celebration, those preferences could be easily addressed at a minimal cost. There is population of India is not accountable. So you have to ensure that the Aam Aadmi does get the hands-on experience of trendy clothes every month. Probably we can make the subscription model in such a way that our home-based clothes could be addressed on monthly basis, and our outside-based clothes could be addressed on official basis as well as celebration basis. So there is lot of scopes available in terms of changing the business strategy in subscription model. There could be three business strategy targeting three segments, not three segments, three areas of a personal clothing, wherein one could be in home based subscription based, another could be official subscription based, and the third could be celebration subscription based. These are the three primary preferences through which we can introduce the subscription model on clothes. There could be lot of possibilities. I'm from operational background, so I'm not able to give you proper idea in this direction. Probably the marketing management people in textile industry would able to understand, or the in textile industry as well as textile engineering industry as well as fashion designing, they would able to understand this kind of things, and probably this kind of subscription model is happening at the middle level, low level, high level, at the high level society probably. I don't know the classification right now in 2026. Especially if I'm talking about film stars. Nowadays, film stars never prefer to buy brand. They prefer to buy fashion designer. For that, they fashion designers preference, and for that they go for always a subconscious or a secretive patch with that particular fashion designer, such that on regular basis they get the desired clothes from that fashion designer. I think Malhotra clothes is very famous among the film stars. So this kind of subscription model, a hidden subscription model, was there for last 30-40 years, but in the upper middle class society, especially in film stars zone. But I am talking about a subscription model which should be given to Aam Aadmi, middle class family, and that should be initiated by textile industry only. So already existing for last 30-40 years, but in upper middle class, but I want that model to be introduced at middle class family, middle class segment of our society. So if that can be done, then probably a newer perspective would come up, and you would see a different look of Indian citizens. Indian citizen, Aam Aadmi Indian citizen would become very fashionable, can compete with film stars fashions as well, just by introducing a subscription model on clothes to Aam Aadmi. Very simple thing, and probably in abroad, outside India, this is happening. I happen to visit many places outside India, and the renowned place which I am going to tell you is Germany's Hanover, a simple village wherein the clothes preference of Aam Aadmi is almost at par with film stars of that particular region. I was initially shocked to see Aam Aadmi wearing the same kind of clothes like his film star. I have never realized why Aam Aadmi's clothes choice is almost at par with film star's choice. How can this happen to Aam Aadmi? And probably I was in Hanover in 2007, around long way back. Seven is like 19, 20 years back. That time I have never realized why Aam Aadmi's clothes preference as well as uh, clothes wearing is almost similar to film stars clothes wearing. Now after 20 years, I realize that the same kind of subscription model perhaps they are going through, or they are taking, through which they are able to compete with film stars clothes preference. And probably the time has come. India is developing, and probably will move towards developed nation very soon, in next 5 to 10 years. So probably the subscription model on clothes should be given to Aam Aadmi, such that Aam Aadmi's clothes preference should be matching film industry. The film industry's clothes which you are seeing it, the film star, especially the actress, the clothes they are wearing it, Aam Aadmi in India never wears those clothes. Have you ever understood why the film stars wearables is not coming to Aam Aadmi's level? Why it is happening? It is not about the customs or the what do you call the tradition. Everybody just by giving a name, like just giving an excuse with giving an excuse in the name of tradition, deleting all those latest trendy clothes on Aam Aadmi's level. That is not the reason. The reason is that those clothes are really costly, and those preferences and those styles are not able to match with Aam Aadmi's level. Aam Aadmi's level's body structure and what do you call physique is not at par with film stars. So those clothes needs to be modified based on Aam Aadmi's physique, and those things are not happening. And since it is not happening, it is customizable in nature, and when it is customizable in nature, it requires lot of input and it requires lot of money to avail those kind of clothes. So that is the only reason. It's not about tradition. We are following a tradition, but we are following a film industry which is not following a tradition. So it's a completely, what do you call, a word which I'm not able to remember, counter to what we believe. So that kind of word. Anyway, whatever it may be. So my issue is that if we can able to issue, or is a suggestion is that if we can able to introduce a subscription model on clothes to Aam Aadmi, then Aam Aadmi will able to avail the same cloth structure like film star. At the same time, those cloth structure availability cost will be so minimum, because it will have a recyclability linkage, meaning it will directly give or reduces, it will reduce the material cost because of recyclability linkage. So Aam Aadmi will be getting film star like clothes at a very minimal price on regular basis, just paying a small amount of subscription amount on various time intervals. So that's just a mere suggestion, and I believe that if this kind of suggestion can be implemented in next 1 or 2 years, then Aam Aadmi's clothes preference will be matching with film stars, and Aam Aadmi will look like film star as well, because when you are putting a clothes like film star, you will obviously look like film stars only. So anyway, just a mere suggestion to all the textile industries, all the latest clothes brands, to take care of this situation, because this will increase the what do you call, the business of those textile industry or clothes brands as well. They have never thought of giving a preference in this kind of subscription model. So probably in the future they will introduce, and our life with clothes will become more fashionable and more appealing to Aam Aadmi as well. So that's all. If you feel like giving a thumbs up to this video, please do so, and please subscribe my channel Ronnie's Identity in YouTube, and stay tuned for more updates and videos in the future. I wish you nice night. Bye.